All right, what is up, guys? So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do frontside 180s today. If you guys saw my last video, I did a tutorial on how to do a kickflip. This trick that I'm going to be doing for you guys today is going to be way easier. It doesn't involve your board flipping at all. It just requires you to have a solid ollie down, so make sure you have those. And just kind of like adding a 180 variation into it. First of all, there's two 180s that you guys should be aware of in skating, and that's frontside and backside. I'm gonna be going over frontside with you guys today because I think it's easier to do. It was the first 180 trick that I learned, and backside will probably be another video because I can't do them. So we'll get right into it. But I'm gonna have to do this whole video inside my house because it rained all of last night and the ground is like still soaking wet outside. And so we're gonna have to do it inside. No other choice. All right, so for this trick, like I said, make sure you have a solid ollie down, and your foot placement is really no different from like doing an ollie. I personally just kind of set your feet up like in an ollie position. This is my foot placement for an ollie. I have my foot either up here or in the middle, depends on how high I want to do my ollie. And then my back foot's just going to be on the tail, just like that. You can have it on the tip of the tail or wherever it feels comfortable. And what you're going to do is basically the same thing. You're going to pop your tail down. You're going to slide your foot up, except this time you're going to turn your shoulders. For me, I'm regular footed, so that means I am left foot forward. So my left foot is in the front and your toes are facing that direction, but you're going this way. Going forward is going this direction. So front side for me would be going to my left. So I would slide my foot up, but turn my shoulders left. And that will basically, it's really all on your shoulders, and then your legs will follow. And then your board along with your feet is gonna turn front side for you. If you are goofy footed, meaning you are right foot forward, you are going to pop down as always, set up like an ollie position. You're gonna pop down, slide your foot up, and you're gonna turn to your right if you are right foot forward or goofy footed. Same thing, but if you're regular like me, left foot forward, you're gonna pop, slide, and turn to your left. That's basically all you have to do for this entire trick. 90% of this trick is really utilizing your shoulders and making sure that you wind up, and then as soon as you pop and you hit your tail, you swing your shoulders and you open them up. That way you can make the full 180 rotation. And really the most common problem with this trick is that you don't make the full rotation all the way because you're not turning your shoulders enough. But really, as long as you turn your shoulders, your legs are gonna follow and you will land them. And it's gonna feel weird at first when you do this trick because you're gonna be rolling away switch, because you are going from your regular stance to your opposite stance when you do a 180. Doesn't matter if it's front side or backside. It's gonna feel like you're rolling backwards. So rolling switch is gonna feel weird for a little bit. If you do want to do this, you can practice learning how to push switch first, which is basically pushing with your opposite stance. So like, let's say for me, I'm left foot forward, that's my dominant stance. Switch for me would be pushing with my right foot forward and I'm pushing with my left leg. So you can practice learning how to push switch and get a feel for what switch stance feels like when you're rolling before you do this trick, but it's not really necessary because I actually learned what rolling switch feels like from learning frontside 180s. But it does help if you do know what switch feels like. That way you don't struggle too bad when you're landing in the opposite stance when you do the trick. One other thing that I do suggest with your foot placement is that if you're someone who rides a smaller board but rides a bigger size shoe, I really recommend that when you do your foot placement, your front foot that does the sliding, have your toes hang off just a little bit. It just kind of helps keep your board more centered and flat when you go for the trick, since you are kind of kicking your foot out to the side. Whereas if you kind of have it like this, you're more likely to kind of flick sort of to the side, and it's gonna make your board kind of like rotate like that when you do the trick, and you don't want that to happen because you could have a risk of landing primo or like landing upside down, or it's just gonna feel weird and it's gonna mess with your landing. So I would say, like for me, I ride a size 8.5 shoe, and my last board that I rode was an 8-inch board, and I had to hang my toes off a little bit like that to make my board flat as I was in the air. But for me, I ride an 8.25-inch board now, still with an 8.5 shoe, and I don't really have to hang my toes anymore for my flicking foot. But if you ride a wider board, you can have your foot on there more. But when you have a skinnier board, I suggest kind of having your toes just out a little bit and then doing the trick like that. It will help keep your board flat when you do the trick. It may not make sense, but trust me, it works the second that you try it. that's really all there is to this trick. It's a very simple trick. That's not too much going on. It's basically just the same thing as an ollie, except you're just turning your shoulders and adding a 180 to it. But that's basically all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it helped y'all out. I will be sticking to tutorial videos for now because I'm not skating that often, and I figured I would just kind of put something out there for y'all. But anyways, that's really all I have for you guys today. If you guys want to see more from me, you can always hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. That way you don't miss an upload every time I do upload a video. I do videos here whenever I can. I basically film anything that I think is entertaining, I guess, or whatever I want to post. It's not always going to be skating on here, even though majority of the time it's always going to be skating. But every once in a while I'll put out a video has nothing to do with skating at all. But that's all I have to say. I hope you guys dug it. Go out there and skate if you can, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Missing someone.